I can't say I expected this. Wow, Filip Zadina has cleared waivers. Steve Yzerman, man, maybe this was the plan all along. You know, we had talked about this regarding, oh boy, who was it last time? We made a few videos talking about how Yzerman sent a guy down on waivers and how he cleared and how that was a really big deal that he did clear because we didn't expect him to clear, but Yzerman ended up getting it done. Was it Nedeljkovic? I feel like it was. Oh boy. That was a while ago, but the Detroit Red Wings have sent Zadina down to the Grand Rapids Griffins, and he is going to go. Like, he is not getting claimed. He is an AHL athlete now, and the way his trajectory and his career is going, it's going to be very intriguing to see what 2023-2024 has to offer for Filip Zadina. 7 points in 30 games played last year. He definitely isn't a guy that I think a lot of Red Wings fans have been satisfied with 100%. I think a lot of other NHL fans who are on the outside looking in can see the situation and be like, haha, look at Zadina, he was supposed to be this good, but he's not. And like, we all kind of understand that some players take a little bit more time to develop, right? But for Zadina, it's been a very weird path. He's improved defensively, he's a much better hockey player just holistically than he was a few years ago, but when it comes to point production, which is what you drafted him to be able to do, he just isn't getting it done. Now, I know a lot of people are going to go out there and say, okay, well, why the hell did my team not take a flyer on this guy? He's 23 years old. He's young. He was supposed to be a 3rd overall pick. And, you know, honestly, I could understand when you label it out from the perspective of cap space. I mean, $1.8 million a year is not expensive, but it's not necessarily cheap either. And having this contract go on per season till the end of 2025, that's a pretty, I don't want to say it's a beefy commitment to a guy that definitely is not an NHL top 6 player, but from the perspective of other NHL teams who probably already have a whole bunch of forwards that they're already pegging in to be fighting each other out for roster spots, adding in a guy like Zadina, who, let's face it, he hasn't really been the best over the past few years, who is not guaranteed, also who has this $1.8 million AAV cap hit attached to him. If you claim a guy like Zadina on waivers, you're essentially saying to the rest of your roster that he is already going to be on your team, because you're not going to claim Zadina because you want to send him down. You know what I mean? Like, if you claim this guy, you have to be fully confident that he is going to make your team, and he's going to be there, and he's going to play 82 games, and you don't have any plans to send him down. And with Zadina, unfortunately, he hasn't been good enough, I feel, where NHL teams can evaluate him and say, yeah, that guy's going to be in our team full time. We have 12 forwards that we would have something like that. Yeah, we'd rather have Zadina than the other 12 forwards or somebody else at the bottom of their lineup that we have currently. Like, it just doesn't really seem like a bet that I think other NHL teams would make, and $1.8 million a year is not necessarily cheap in that respect. It's pretty close to 2. We could just say, retrospectively, 2. So from this perspective, I can understand why Zadina didn't get claimed, but on the other side, I could say, well, if a team really just looks at him and says that they think they have what it takes to bring the best out of him, then okay. Like, why was there not a Chicago or a Montreal that went out there and put a claim in for this guy? It would have been so hilarious if Filip Zadina went to the Montreal Canadiens after all the crap that happened over the past few years. Oh, he's gonna fill the Canadiens' net with pucks. He's gonna make them regret passing up on him. Maybe we could have had that Zadina to Montreal thing actually manifest itself instead of KK. Like, that would have been hilarious. But no, Kent Hughes decides it's not something his team should pursue. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think about Filip Zadina clearing waivers and heading over to the Grand Rapids Griffins? I hope you enjoyed this video. And the thing outside goes because, yeah, leaf blowers, eh? And bye.